to the Organized Author. I'm Lucinda, and this is my One Book July story. So, in a previous video, I tell you guys how I made this DIY Midori Traveler's Notebook, and that's how it all started. I was going to Puerto Rico. I went July the 5th through July the 7th through the 11th. Yeah, 7th through the 11th. So I spent, a few days before that putting together a traveler's notebook that I wanted to use on my trip. And I also made a small one for my wallet size for my wallet, but that's all financial stuff, and I still use that. And I didn't miss anything else. I mean, I had everything else I needed in this baby right here. And I didn't worry about any other journals that I put together for other purposes, so I used it for whatever I needed, and it was really enjoyable. So when I got back and I got ready to work on my next video for YouTube and that planner, I thought, I don't want to use this. I can just put different notebooks or note different things inside this, and I really want to try to stick with one thing. And then I ran across I can't think of her thing called RhomanysRealm video. She and a friend started One Book July, and you guys are a genius. And I'll put her link below for her channel and the description of how One Book July works. And so I've decided to go along and follow her challenge, and I'll tell you about it as I give you a view inside. I almost forgot, before we look inside, I wanted to tell you about this little charm I got at Michael's. It was normally $3.99, and it was on sale for $2, and I just love it. It says Faith, and I thought, this is enjoyable to look at every day before I open this, and it reminds me to have faith, and without faith it's impossible to please God. Okay, so on this inside, when you first open it up, so there's the outside. Right here, I just went a little crazy decorating it. It was so much fun, though. I covered all of it with different types of washi tape, and I just put my name and phone number and contact information, all of which is public. And then I made this pocket out of just an old file folder. I just cut it out, and I've got business cards inside there. And I covered everything with washi tape and just used some other, I'm losing focus, one second. There we go. I think that's a little, there we go. And then I just put that on there to hold it down some. And then this, I'll tell you about toward the back, what that's for. And then I just made some different notebooks to go in here, and all different ones that I made myself. The material on the outside of this one is from file folders that came from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut them to size, and I used some notebook paper inside, which you'll see in just a second. And then right here is the one from the tab for Puerto Rico. So see, and this was just some packing labels. I just, because they're stickers, and I just used washi tape to cover it and cut it to size and stuck it on each end and just wrote the city or wherever I was going on there. And I will look up this website. I think I can see it a little bit right here. It is Pesch, PESCHASWORLD.com. And that's where I got this page. And this right here was just also a file folder, pocket file folder that I cut to size. I thought it was really pretty. And this, I'm covering up who came with me to Puerto Rico with that sticky. But this is a really neat sheet that you can keep track of all your expenses for your trip. So that was the website that I just gave you. And then this is just carryover, which I don't think I wound up having any carryover. And I wrote some notes on here about what I enjoyed, because it was my mother, my daughter, and I who went. So I'm really enjoying this time with my mom and daughter. That was cool. And there's just some of the different experiences that we had with our flight. Like when we were at the airport to leave, my name and my mom's name is very close, but not the same name. And the computer thought we were the same person. So we almost couldn't get our tickets to leave. So those are just some different decorations, and this is my personal emergency contact information, so I covered that up. But this was all in a packet at that website. So it was that spreadsheet for your finances, and then information on your emergency contact and passport and your flight, and one more page. So there was a page on stops on the journey, country, people, and habits, and notes. And so I just wrote some different things. Let me work on my focus a little bit again. and go back to that page. And so I had different, oh, that's not the page, different things, like we went to Old San Juan and we went to see the caverns and the beach, and some interesting facts about, like, the drinking age is 18. I don't drink, but my daughter thought that was interesting. She's almost 17. And then this is a week on 2 pages that I got. I don't remember what website that is. If I can find it, I'll put that down for you. So I just put that in here, and that's what I use on a regular basis. And then my travel tickets and just some different things from that experience. The hotel, we stayed on the base. And then these 2 pages I'm saving. I'm going to print out just some small sizes of pictures of what we did while we were there, and some stickers to go with that. And then right now I'm currently in Colorado Springs for a vacation with my family to visit my in-laws. And I just duplicated the information on the website that I just showed you for Puerto Rico. And I'm just going to fill all that out. And then this is some of the things we've done so far in Colorado. I've got a couple other things to put in here. Visited my mother-in-law's church, and we went to Garden of the Gods, which is amazing. And so I'm going to use this whole booklet just for going out of town trips, because I go out of town also for my daughter for volleyball, and then my son's going to college in September, and so all that's there. And then this is a pocket. This was a folder. This was actually multiple file folders all here together that I cut and made different pockets and sections to go in the middle of it. So here is what the original, this little designs, what it originally was. And then this was some other folders inside, and I just cut it to make a pocket. And I cut one of the other ones here to make a pocket. And then same thing here, made these different pockets. And so that's kind of my craft file, and it holds some different things. Here I've made a prayer list, and I just covered up the names. And I stuck that in that pocket because I want this to always be in here. I didn't want it to be on an individual page that I would have to repeat every time I took out books. So I wanted that to be there. And then this is a dashboard that I just cut, and that used to be in my other planner, and I was transferring everything over here, and I just cut it so that I could have 2 of them. So there's one right there, and then there's one right here. They were one whole page, and I cut it down to 2. And there's stuff on the front and the back of that. And then this is people that I want to touch base with weekly, and I just covered up their names, and I attached that to the front with a paper clip. And then this was in my previous planner also. I had a couple of my favorite scriptures, Habakkuk 2:2 and Jeremiah 29:11, that I want to see every day. And then on the back, one of my favorite songs called Day One by Matthew West. It says it's day one of the rest of my life. So I just took that out, and this was in the inside of that in my other planner, and it's my vision, mission, action board that I look at every day about my plan for my life and all of those things that I want to remind myself of my goals for my life, and some hashtags. And that's all in the center. And then one other thing that's in the outside pocket of that is product lists. So I just started that, and this is for the makeup that I use, the brand and the name and everything. And then here's another another booklet that I made, and this is for to-dos, and see if I can focus that a little better. So these are to-dos and homeschool, because I homeschool my daughter, and calendars. Now this isn't the calendar for appointments. I keep that in my wallet with all my financial stuff, but anything that I want to plan on doing. And I'll go through that. Okay, so in here, this one is definitely a work in progress. I'm transferring things for my YouTube channel and my quarterly online magazine and my book sales and my quarterly authors meetings and things like that. So, but this page I printed from the Midori website, and that's just the 2015 calendar. And then these are individual little pages I printed, and I think it was from the same website that I showed you in the beginning that had everything for my travel to Puerto Rico and the expenses and personal information and all that. But I'll put it for sure in the down below in the comments. And so I'm just going to be using this to schedule. Oh, I'm losing focus again. One second. There we go. To schedule all of my projects that I need to work on and the due dates that I need to get them done. So I'm going to be listing all my YouTube videos on here and all my contacts and deadlines and everything for my magazine and all of that. So I will show you that after I get it all in an updated video. And then this was the week of July 13th through the 19th. So again, remember I was saying I like the week on 2 pages, and this is inside my calendar. So these are where I keep track of what I need to do each day. And this is also in some of my previous videos, so I'll put the link down below for that. And then this is just where I said, okay, so for that week, whatever week I'm working on, that's on 2 pages. Then on the following page, I'll do my plans for homeschool. So this is my homeschool work for that week. And my daughter is finishing up. We have a year-round schedule, but we have like 3-week breaks at a time usually. 2 or 3. Just depends on the season and the holidays. And then this was just a shopping list. And I will maximize my space better next time. I don't need a big page like that because I could have gotten more lists and more things on that page for that. And so this is this week while I'm in Colorado. And I didn't use my week on 2 pages on this because I don't have access to the printer right now, and I didn't bring any other pages with me. So I had these pages from Target, and they're just stickers, and I just put those on there and decorated. And I just stuck some thank you cards that I need to remember to take care of in there. And then also stuck inside of here is information on my morning routine. See if I can zoom that a little bit for you. And my morning routine, my nightly routine, and then personal information like my doctor, my blood type, and emergency contacts and stuff like that. And these are some daily reminders underneath that. And I just covered that up. And then this is my monthly schedule, so things I want to make sure I always do on the 1st, 5th, 7th, 10th, and 20th. Things that are due, like my sales tax report is always due on the 20th. And this was also in my previous planner. And then this I created, and I made it, I used tape to kind of make it where it'd be a dry erase board, but this is what we call the ultimate efficient packing list. And so I just made all the lists of everything I could think of, and then I just use a dry erase board to mark it off for packing. Probably should have put that in the travel section, but I didn't. And then I've got some pages left. And this is my last section, and it says Ryan and Destiny in college in the middle. So these are all of our plans for college. My son is going in September. He spent a year in Brazil as an exchange student, and now we're getting everything ready for him to leave and all the things that we need to do. And then my daughter is going into 11th grade, and she plays volleyball. And I keep losing focus. There we go. And we got a lot of preparations for her for scholarships. People are looking at her to play for their school and her ACT and all that different stuff. So I've just started this section and like to do before leaving for college. My son's going to Drexel University in Philadelphia. And then this list, Master College Packing Shopping List. And these are removable because they might change, and I want to be able to have them where I can just stick them back in if I have another notebook. And this is another notebook that I made out of different material. And this was the file folder. It was the same material in that pocket in the front, and then I just cut it down and retaped stuff like along here to make it another notebook. And this is the very back, which I was sticking out in the front. I said I'd tell you about later. And this has different stickers that I reuse. And that's in a previous video, the stickers that I made for daily actions that I want to do. And it keeps track of all my social media, my water content, my things I need to do for homeschool, for chores, for work, the temperature, the weather, all of that stuff is on these stickers. And I'll have the link below for that. But what I was also using this before I decided to do the One Book July challenge, is I had multiple colored pens in there, which I love. You can see in there that there's different color inks. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, Lucinda, you didn't follow the rule, because One Book July is one book and one pen. But what I did decide to do to work with that is I got this pen. and it is a multicolored pen, so it is one pen with different ink, and it's at Target in the dollar section for just $1. And I don't know how long it will last, but I can always get another one because they always have them there. And so that's what I'm using for my pen, because I've got to use different colors. I just can't not do that. Okay, and that's everything for the video today, and I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will give you an update. Oh, one last thing I almost forgot about is I made this. These are bookmarks, and it's really just one big, let me see if I can get it out for you. It's one big piece of elastic that I got from Michael's. Take this out, and it's multicolored, so it changes color throughout. You see there's a little orange here and a little yellow there, and there's other colors on the other side, and I just hang it over. So see, it's just hanging over there, and the other side is right here. And I bought these charms also at Michael's, and they were $3.99 original, and it's $15, I believe, in a package. So there were crosses, the peace sign, and hearts. And they were normally $3.99, and they're like 3 or 4 of each, and they were on sale for $2. All right, so that is it actually for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will give you an update before the end of the month on my One Book July experience. And I want to thank RhomanysRealm. She is amazing for creating this challenge, and I am so excited about completing it and continuing with one book for forever if I can. All right, thank you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and until next time, happy writing.